Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or afternoon, whichever time you're watching the show, or evening. This is John Gray. This is the John Olive Fifth Quarter Show, and we are back after a trip to Stewart's Creek on Friday night, our second ball game of the 2014 season, and had a rough trip.
Yeah, it's been a rough start to the
game.
2014 season, and we've played two larger schools, but Stewart's Creek is only a second-year school, second-year program, and they do have a legendary coach, and Coach David Martin up there, and he, will build a good program there. Eventually, they play in a very tough district there with the rest of the Rutherford County schools, but you wonder if the opening kickoff being returned back for a touchdown was the momentum thing that they needed and so forth. But then as you watch the game, you'll just see time after time after time where speed just plays a tremendous factor.
Oh, yeah. And size as well, too. They had some people bigger, a whole lot bigger than anybody on our team. Yeah.
It hurts that we can't run people down right now, and
well, we've been through years where we've been able to do that.
We have, and that's the main reason that normally we're very competitive.
Right.
Right now, we're not competitive. We got a long ways to go. The last time we were in this situation was 2009. And it just so happens it seems to be like every 5 years, because you go back before that, it was 2004.
Right.
Now, 03 and 04 back to back, we really struggled on both those years. Right. We just got to work. We've dug ourselves in a hole. It's not an easy hole to dig out of, and that's what I tried to explain to our young men. And when you start cutting corners, I'm not going to run my strides. I got something else I got to do. I'm not going to do that weight workout because that hurts my shoulder, or it hurts my foot, or whatever. Then that's when you're throwing the towel in. That's when you're saying, I just don't want to. And so my challenge is to our players is, don't be the one that throws the towel in.
Right.
That each of us have to be responsible. Coaches, head coach, coaches, all the way down to the last player, that I'm going to do my part. I'm going to give everything I got, and if we'll do that, it'll take another 3 or 4 weeks, but we'll dig ourselves out of this hole and try to have ourselves in a situation by the last part of the season here, the last half, that we can be competitive and have a chance to win ball games. Right now, we're not competitive. We're not even close to getting to where we can win a ball game. We've got to get that step done first, and then can we make enough plays to win a ball game that we're competitively in.
And I was listening to the Auburn coach this morning on ESPN, and they're basing their season on 13 seconds, because 13 seconds of play that they didn't play cost them a national championship. And he's saying exactly what you're saying. Don't quit. Play that 13 seconds.
Yeah.
Do that weight work. Do those strides. Take that extra little bit of time that it takes to be a competitor.
And that's the crucial thing, that if we want to dig our way out of this hole, that I can't throw the towel in.
Right.
And so,
of course,
we'll see how we respond. And last night, our crew didn't necessarily give up. I mean, we're scoring after the game is put away, so I'm not patting us on the back.
Right.
But as you watch the fourth quarter, you'll see a defense that's still fighting and clawing, doing the best we can.
Right.
Not doing perfect, because that's the reason we can't slow people down right now.
Right.
And offensively, we finally score 2 times in a row. Again, not doing things perfectly, but you watch those offensive linemen. After the ball is already by them and they could let up, they don't. They keep pressing and pushing and shoving and trying to drive people in the ground. And that was the bright part to me about last night is that we seem to still be fighting. We're just not very, I don't know what would be the word here. Sometimes we're playing hard, but we're not playing smart.
Right, there you go.
And you got to get the two to come together.
Right.
You got to play smart and you got to play hard. Because if I'm out here chasing a rabbit and the ball just went by me going the other way, I may be chasing that rabbit really hard, but I'm not helping my team any while I chase the rabbit and the ball's going the opposite direction.
Right.
So from that standpoint, you know, that comes down to us as coaches trying to find the young men that are disciplined enough to do the things they've got to do to positively affect their team as well as give great effort.
Right. Well, one thing though, I mean, that school's huge. They needed you guys were probably worn out just from getting from the locker room to the field, and we had to park. They needed a shuttle bus to get us from where we parked on the other side.
I never realized it was multiple schools there on that campus.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's multiple schools.
Well, it's huge.
And so anyway, they're, you know, Coach Martin was trying to explain it to me last night that how things had been, and that I think there's a middle school there, I think there's 9th and 10th graders, and I think there's 11th and 12th graders.
Right.
I mean, in different buildings.
Yeah, right. It's a big complex and beautiful complex, and a lot of kids go there, and we'll show you the first quarter of Tullahoma and Stewart's Creek right after this short commercial break. Don't you go away. It's Tullahoma Wildcat Football 2014.
What if you could find peace of mind with Got Your Back Checking? Discover Ascend's Preferred Checking, where rewards and security are the key to a balanced financial future. Earn cash back on purchases at your favorite retailers. Plus, our ID theft protection, card patrol, and extra security mean your finances stay safe and sound. Open or upgrade to an Ascend Preferred Checking account and see what's possible.
Since 1917, Builder Supply has been the place to go for all your building materials. It's where the contractors have shopped for years. Builder Supply stocks quality Benjamin Moore paint, Tamco shingles, case knives, DeWalt, Stanley, and Makita tools, Peachtree Southern Rose and Sun windows, Traders grills, Quickset locks, General Shell brick, Yellow wood, and pass load nail guns and nails. Experienced salespeople are there to help you find the right products for your job. So when you're ready to build, whether large or small, think Builder Supply. 301 South Atlantic Street in Tullahoma.
It's a Kia Cadenza kind of day at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. This luxurious Kia has too many features to mention, with prices starting as low as $33,943. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. We have a huge selection to choose from here at Russell Barnett Kia, and mention this ad and receive an additional $500 off your next Kia Cadenza purchase. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
Unlike all the rest, Southern Community Bank will provide you with a different banking experience because you are our first priority. Our services are intuitive, our team is friendly, our approach is refreshing, our support to the community is unwavering, and our service is clearly unique. We offer accounts that make banking simple and hassle-free with all the conveniences you want and need most. Call Southern Community Bank and experience the bank that is unlike all the rest.
Our captains last night, a permanent captain, number 6, John Stovall, and we found out during this past week his season has come to an end as he'll have surgery this coming week on a knee. 44, Aaron Gray, number 51, Brandon Bullard, and then number 80, Will Holt. And Will's a senior that's off the soccer team that knew that we had a need for a kicker, and he's answered that need for us. You know, I was watching Thursday night Ole Miss and Boise State play, and Boise State quarterback breaks out of the backfield and is in the same exact identical situation that Jonathan was. He's got people pursuing him from the outside, and a corner comes back in from the, or they're pursuing him from the inside, and the corner comes back in from the outside. And he's getting hit by a linebacker high in the shoulders, and the corner comes in and hits him right in the knees. And I watch his leg fold under and everything, just like John's got caught. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh, there goes a quarterback. But nope, he gets up and jogs back to his huddle, and we lose our running back for the year. And one of our captains. That was a tough blow.
Yeah, it's a tough.
For Jonathan.
That's really tough.
And, you know, you would think we got them pinned forever back there, and they're going to end up returning the thing 97 yards for an opening kickoff.
6, 7.
And, you know.
Had 8 guys touching.
So we're down 7-0, and, you know, the game just started. And momentum is big time on their side now. Because I'm telling you, they got walloped last week just like we got beat. And they're sitting there wondering, you know, can they play or not play? And they get that huge kickoff return. Riley Darden returns it out to the 34 for us, so we've got decent field position, good field position. And we start off with 2 running backs, what we call 20 personnel, and we're going to open up running a play back into the boundary here because number 4 let linebackers to the field. We got strength into the boundary, so we'll just run it into the boundary. And Eli Grove makes a good read there and picks up about 5. And we come back and we're trying to run Chris House, and we fumble the football. We're fortunate to get back on it. We do gain a yard or 2, so we've got a makeable 3rd down situation here. Come back, run the same play. This time we give it to Riley Darden. And, you know, we just, not a very good offensive play. And we end up having a penalty on the play. So we face 3rd and long now. And we execute a play pretty well as Eli Grove completes the pass there to Jake Crabtree. But we're short, so we line up here. And they jump off sides for us. This time we're going long motion, and had a seam, but you can see that we don't have a lot of size now. Chris House will give us everything he's got, but he's 160 pounds at best. Come back, run back into the boundary there, and good effort. Chris House fighting. He made the first guy miss. So we pick up 4 or 5 there. We've got a 3rd and 5. We try a pass play here and not able to execute, and so we'll have to punt the ball away. And we're down 7. I'm sitting here thinking, let's pin them down deep inside 20 if we can. And that's what we end up doing.
Great punt.
Great punt by Riley Darden. Aaron Gray's the deep snapper this year. Riley's the punter. We're in good position there. Good job by the defense. That's a sophomore, Savion Smith, who turns it back into the 2 senior linebackers. 2nd down, and, you know, not bad coverage right there. But they end up being short. It's 3rd and 1. And we just, boy, this is bad. And right there, we got to make the tackle. We got to make that tackle. And now we can't catch him. I mean, it just gets worse as it goes down the field. And, you know, you got to make those tackles right there. You go from a 3rd down 1 at the 10-yard line to 90 yards later. we have a touchdown against us. And so we find ourselves down very fast, just like we did last week. And just turn it up right there. Turn it up. Don't stop anymore. Don't try to do more than what you got right there. Just turn it up and get us another 3, 4, 5 yards. Sometimes we get trying too hard.
Right. Well, you outthink yourself, sort of.
Good throw and catch there. Eli to Case and Buckner. Pick up 5, so we got a 2nd down and 5. Here comes the blitz, and they jump off sides. We get a 1st down. Come back, and we miss a double team there. That was not very good on the part of us that time. We should have been doubling that tackle, and we just didn't do it. And so put ourselves in 2nd and 9, and now we make another mistake. Instead of taking the 5, we try to manufacture something there that we take the 5-yard gain, then we're sitting with a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4. We got a chance. So that's where we are now. We're at 3rd and 4 after the penalty. And, just couldn't make the linebacker miss. And when we're hit, don't make the positive yardage after the hit. So it's 4th down. This time we are going to go for it because of the situation that we're in, and can't do that. That's look like a young quarterback right there. That's just something we can't do. That's how you give ball games away, And here we're just getting whipped on the outside. We're just not strong enough and physical enough on that outside right now to get off those blocks, and you got to be able to do that. And again, we're just getting pushed downfield big time out there on the outside.
I don't know whether it's the color of the jerseys or what, but they just look to be 20, 30 pounds a man bigger than we are.
Well, they are bigger than, we got 2 young sophomores playing out there on the outside, and they'll both play hard, and they both want to do well. But just like right there, Emmanuel went inside the blocker instead of outside him. And if he'd gone outside him, the guy might have cut it up inside, but at least that's a step closer for those inside pursuers. And you got to learn to trust yourself and play fast. And we're just not there. When we lost Jonathan Stovall, we moved, Chris House was our backup running back. Well, he's now the running back. The next one's going to be a sophomore. This was bad on our part. Great tackle by Cole Potter. I'll be glad to get him back healthy. He's one of our better athletes, and we're, going into this season, we felt like that we had enough skilled players that even though we're going to be deficient in some areas, we were going to be all right, and especially defensively. We were going to have enough speed on the field defensively to make a difference. We lose Chris Potts before we ever get to the season. We now lost John Stovall. We played Cole Potter some last night, but not much. And those are our 3 fastest kids. And I mean, head and shoulders faster than anybody else we have on the football team. And so now we're down. 2 out of those 3 are not going to return. Well, Chris possibly could by the end of the season, but it's going to be a really tight window. Right. But anyway, it's made it tough. It's made it tough.
Well, and
speed makes a lot of difference.
And you and I discussed at the media day and last week that our numbers as far as kids who chose to come put a uniform
total
on
numbers
are smaller.
Right.
than they have been in some time. So.
But it wouldn't make any difference because we don't have any more of those kids in our school that run like those three kids do. So they could put me and you out there, and it doesn't make any more difference than the ones that we have.
I might trip somebody.
I can't. They might trip over me because I'm laying on the ground.
I might trip somebody. Me. Well, what we're going to do right now, folks, is take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the second quarter of Tullahoma's Stewart's Creek.
The highest standard of excellence requires dedication and commitment. It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of excellence in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
Goody Two Scoops is a self-serve frozen yogurt shop located in Tullahoma, Tennessee. We have over 80 different flavors of soft-serve frozen yogurt and can offer 15 of those flavors served at one time. We have over 50 different toppings, ranging from fresh sliced fruit to chocolates and assorted nuts. Our frozen yogurt is a healthier alternative for a frozen treat with certified live cultures that are good for you. Goody Two Scoops also has a full commercial kitchen with 2 certified chefs on duty to bake an array of fresh pastries, custom cakes, wedding cakes, assorted cookies, chocolates, cupcakes, and our delicious chocolate-covered strawberries, just to name a few. We are kid and family friendly with a dedicated, friendly, and qualified staff to serve you.
I'm Philip Bourne, Stanley McNabb Detail Shop Manager. Here are a few things our customers have to say about our service.
What I love most about the Stanley McNabb Detail Shop is there's someone local that I can trust to pick up my car, have it cleaned, and deliver it back to me in showroom condition.
What really amazed me is when he opened the hood and looked like he had taken the old engine out and put a new engine inside.
We have several different packages and individual services to get your vehicle looking like new again. We're located just behind Stanley McNabb Chevrolet dealership. Call today, schedule an appointment, and see what a difference our detail can make.
Serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force.
Serving Tullahoma.
Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
Well, we just gave up the fake punt. Quarters come to an end, and our backs are against the wall. Stewart's Creek inside the 10-yard line, second down now. And I think Savion Smith was the first one to hit him there. He's got to learn to hit low because he went in there high, and the guy rode him for another 3 yards. And we do a good job of stuffing it right there. They tried to trap us. They are gaseous with the trap all night long. And the defense has held them out, and we're going to hold them to a field goal. Should have been a situation where we should have gotten off the field without giving up any points. But at least we've given up 3 and not 7. We've got a chance. Offense has got to respond. And last week it was 21-0. This week it's 17-0, and it seems like we just have a black cloud hung over the top of us. We just can't get over things. Chase Dixon is scheduled to come in and play the 3rd series of each half, and Chase is at quarterback now, hands off to Riley Darden. That time he picks up 9 yards on the play, 2nd down and 1. And this is probably my bad. You know, I thought, you know, we might catch them in a blitz situation, whatever. We were just going to throw a little short pass. We don't get it thrown. And that time the blitz is on. We had another little short pass called. Ahmad Taylor picks up good yardage, but we get a penalty on us for illegal procedure. And so instead of us having a first down, we're back to 3rd and 9. Chase tries to hit the out route there, and we just don't pitch and catch. Good throw, and DB broke on it, and he doesn't touch the ball, but it would have been a good catch by Cole if he had made it. And so we end up punting the ball back to him, and without making a first down, and that's tough. We're good situation right here, we think, and then, it's incomplete, but if they pitch and catch, touchdown, and they're running by us. Yeah. We're running, they're running, and there's the trap, and they just gut us.
That's a pretty hard little runner, too, that number 4.
Well, he's not too little, but you're right about him being a hard runner.
What's he? Is he a 200-pounder?
I don't know what he is, but he's a good-sized young man.
Yeah.
He and the quarterback were both good-sized young men. And Andy Duncan making the sack there with Emmanuel Williams helping out. And this is where it just gets frustrating. Flushing. Great job by the up front people on that play. And it's almost like he just throws the ball up. And I just happen to be watching that number 21, the one receiver there. And he just accelerates from us to the cameras.
To make a play.
To go make a play. And we look like we're in molasses trying to do the same thing. I was sick watching it. Comes the buck sweep, and Aaron Gray on the tackle, Michael Lett. Here comes the trap, and shouldn't have picked up anything, and he makes 5.
I heard Mikey's name called a lot last night, but as you look here, you can see a lot of those hits are 3 and 4 yards downfield.
That's correct. They're not at the line of scrimmage or whatnot. They've got us on our heels right here, and they do things like this to help us. And that's Jake Crabtree coming up and making the tackle. 2nd down and goal. Here comes the speed sweep. And, we just got to be better than that. We got people that are off their blocks.
It's a good play right here.
Good play by Chase.
That boy was upset. Look at him. He thought he was going to get another touchdown.
Defense battles and holds them to a field goal attempt again. And it's good. So we find ourselves down 20-0 with 3 minutes to go in the half. And this time, Riley Darden on the kickoff return, and we get a great kickoff return. Except we've got
a push.
Blocking the back. And so it comes back. So instead of us having a shot here, we're back up deep in our territory.
Back to the grind.
Good read there by our quarterback. Picks up the 1st down. And, part of this is just a learning experience, but I wish he had thrown it to number 12 down here. At worst, it was single coverage.
Right.
But he was really the guy to throw to, and, our quarterbacks will learn to do that. It's just, One of the hardest things about quarterback play is everybody wants to throw the ball downfield for the big play. And they don't understand that the reason the Peyton Mannings and people like that of the world can do that is because they've thrown everything underneath, pulling the defense up, and it gives you that big shot.
Right.
So
you're exactly correct. You look at Manning last 2 years, and of course his arms. He's a little bit older, but you can see where he's pulling those things back closer to him because they're easier throws to make. And
then he makes a big play, after it. Yeah, and again, 2 missed tackles. We got, it's just tough. That's all I can say. We're not very good right now. We know what we got to do to become good, and so it's a big challenge to all of us. Down 27-0, you can see our stands over there. We took a good crowd up there. We had a lot of student body support up there, and we just got to keep working, see if we can't become a little better.
Thrown a flag.
They
right
do.
There.
They throw a flag. I think our life coach there, Gary Johnson, helped make that call. Rolling out here, and this time we're running the short route, and we hit it, Eli Grow, and pick up 5. We still got time, and can't throw high in the middle. That's a rule that you've heard me say for years. If you miss, you got to miss low. And here, we complete the pass there to Cole, but very fortunate. We're struggling running the route. We come back and run it again, and that's really what we've been trying to do the whole time. And we make 6 yards on the play. So we got it down at the 10.
Needing to score.
And here, watching this play from the end zone cut just kills me. We knew the blitz would be coming, and we were going to try to go up inside right there. And I mean, there is a 4 or 5 foot gap through there that I think we'd have a great chance of scoring if we don't fumble the football right there. And, we obviously haven't worked enough on it to. And we're just self-destructing now. Right. And now we're going to get a snap off to the right, and we can't handle it. And so it just goes from bad to worse. Took the decision away from me about whether we want to kick a field goal or not. 4th down and forever. And we're just trying to heave one to the end zone. Might catch it, might.
Right.
But it's.
It's ugly.
It is very ugly.
It's ugly, but like you said earlier, and you'll see later on in this film, that our young men don't quit.
They don't.
They're playing hard,
and that's
just like
the best part about it.
Smart.
We're not very smart. We're not real good at execution, and it's coming back and just biting us really hard right now. And been there before. It's no fun.
Not a bit of fun.
And you just got to battle your way through it.
Well, when you want to be smart, folks, and you need to hydrate, you make sure and get you some Aqua Hydrate. And this is from Mid-South Distributing, Rick Gerwe and the family over there. They're our water sponsors here on the John Ollie 5th Quarter Show. And all things good done at Charter Channel 6. So you need your electrolytes in balance, you're out of balance, balance things back up with Aqua Hydrate. We appreciate the Gerwe family and all they do. And we also want to tell you, if you need some roofing done, you have industrial or commercial roofing, that you need to call Tri-County Roofing. That's Brent Bates. They're located over in Manchester. It's 728-1664. They're not the oldest because they're the oldest. They're the oldest roofer because they're the best roofer. And that's not exactly how that's supposed to go, but it still makes sense. They've been doing it longer than anybody in this county, taking care of industrial and commercial roofing needs. Give Brent a call. They're great people, they're honest people, and they'll give you a great price on your roofing product. With that said, we're going to take a quick commercial break. I don't know whether we'll be back with more football or we might have a little bit of band show, but football, we'll be back with the third quarter. And after these messages, thank you very much. Don't go away. This does get a little bit better.
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. We lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
Are you a shoeanista with no place local to find your style? Well, now you don't have to travel any further than Bren's Shoe Boutique, located at the Village on Jackson, 1940 North Jackson Street, Suite 120 in Tullahoma. From funky to formal, you can find the fit and style that will make you smile at Bren's. A shoeanista herself, owner Brenda Kemp offers brands like Rocket Dog, Jessica Simpson, Mia, Nine West, J. Renee, Bandolino, and more. Want that accessory splash that none of your friends have? Bren's offers a selection of one-of-a-kind handbags and jewelry with just the right bling. So if your shoe selection doesn't stack up, find what you've been looking for at a price you can afford at Bren's Shoe Boutique, now open in Tullahoma.
Are you ready to look better, feel better, and lose weight? Hi, I'm Joe McCamey, and when I was 90 pounds overweight, I needed a simple solution. That's why I started the Lose to Win weight loss competition.
My name is Sue Richardson, and I have lost 36.6 pounds.
And I've actually lost a total of 104 pounds.
It's getting on the scale and watching the numbers go down.
The Lose to Win competition can help you too. Take control of your weight in 2014. I'm here to help. Visit our website or call today.
Looking for a unique gift for someone special, or perhaps something just for yourself? Then you need to check out Grady Mac Denim Company, right here in the heart of Tullahoma. Grady Mac features the full line of men's and women's Lucky brand apparel. Stop in and check out our denim production line. Grady Mac offers a full line of outdoor sporting apparel and much more. And check out our custom fly fishing equipment, fine art, and signed sports memorabilia. There's something for everyone at Grady Mac Denim Company, the most unique store in Tullahoma.
All right, we're back with the third quarter and the kickoff. Stewart's Creek kicking off to Tullahoma, and we're going to let that ball roll out of bounds.
I was beginning to wonder if it was on to get out of bounds.
Yes. Yeah. We had one a punt a little bit later in the game that tried to stay in, or was that a kickoff? That was a kickoff as well, wasn't it?
Yes. All right, we open up. Eli Grove pulls it, throws a pass there to Jake Crabtree. Pick up 6 or 7 yards, and I thought this was a good drive for Eli. He does some really good things in this drive. Hand the ball off there to Chris, and we got a 3rd and short. Eli sneaks it, picks up the first down. No hesitation there. That was good. He determined there. Come back. Chris House, I mean, that looks like offensive old.
Right. And
I'm sitting there going, yes, let's go. Fast, let's go.
This is good.
And,
you woke up.
Sitting there thinking, let's score. Let's give ourselves a chance to get back in this ball game. Again, good read. He just held on to it a tad too long right there. He should have thrown it just a split second quicker. He takes a big shot, and we have to take Eli out.
Right.
As by rule, he has to come out of the game when we have to go to the field. And he really needed several minutes there to
got his breath knocked
out of him, and it was a pretty good shot that he took there. Tried to hit the inside receiver right there. We're not able to. And here we just blew a blocking assignment. Last night, I'm getting after Chase there on the sideline saying, you got to go up inside. You can't be outside. And then when I'm watching the video, I realized that we blew our blocking scheme. Here, they drop off the end. Good call by them. Poor decision by us. But, you know, again, we go from looking like we got a scoring opportunity to throwing an interception to a defensive end.
Right.
Lumbers down the field, and I was glad to see Jacob Gagnier at least giving great effort to try to run him down, which prevents the touchdown because they hit us in the back. And so we still turn the ball over. They flip the field, but we've got a chance. Host Wildcats there on the tackle. First and 10. We got to, got to get after them here. Here comes the option, and we just don't have enough closing speed. It's very, very obvious to me that they just can't close. Here, we're giving good pursuit. But we've let him outside, and that's the backside receiver who's run all the way across the field. And because he got outside
there he stands.
to contain, they had enough time for the backside receiver to get all the way across the field. And again, they come down with the ball and not us. So we go from having what looked like a very good drive to turnover to give up big pass play. Chase Dixon on the return, and we get the ball out to the 35.
Is there a little scuffle there? I couldn't tell.
More verbiage than anything, which that makes me as infuriated as anything.
Oh, yeah.
Riley Darden on the carry, picks up really good yardage. We've run that play twice over the last 2 years. Once he ran it for a 2-point conversion against Giles County last year, and then there he gained 12, 13 yards. Second down and long. I'll try to run the smash here, and thought we had gained some of our yardage back, but we're not able to hang on to it. And now we're going to try to throw to an out route, and just blown all the way around. So that's the problem with us offensively, is we can do one thing really well and then the next play be really bad.
Well, your punting game's been decent.
It has. Kickoff return game's been decent because we get a lot of work at it.
The most practice
Both of them. We're getting a lot of practice. Here comes the option again. And Jacob Gagnier runs him down finally. They pick up a first down. Here comes your speed sweep, and we just have nobody out there that can get off a blocker.
Right.
You know,
and a blocker out there in front that never did hit anybody.
Yeah, but just those front receivers are just absolutely owning our outside people. And sometimes we do good technique and we're just not strong enough. Sometimes we're bad technique. Jake Crabtree on the tackle. They're moving, so we back them up. Here comes Buck Sweet, Michael Lett. 4th down. And quarterback tries to keep it out the back door.
Good job.
I believe I think that was Savion that made that play. And then here we give it right back to him. Aaron Gray, good play right there. That was a downhill tackle. That's tackling them on their side of the line of scrimmage without a blitz. We get pressure on the QB and get an incompletion, so we got 3rd and long, 3rd and 10.
You got a new quarterback in there?
They do. They've put in their 2nd quarterback, and how they don't get grounding right there, I don't know, but they don't. That one pretty obvious. You know, new quarterback, but a lot of the others are still the first teamers. The quarterback on that last touchdown throw made some signals to our sideline, and I think when word got to Coach Martin, I think he yanked him.
Made some signals.
Yeah.
He didn't put a little Johnny Manziel up on you, did he?
I don't know. I wasn't down on that end, so I can't tell you. I just know that he taunted the sideline, and anyway. Hit Jake there on the crossing route, and you know.
Jake's having a good game. He's in the middle of everything, isn't he?
He is. Jake had a good week of practice. Tried to hit Chris House there down the seam and not able to, so punted away. And again, it's a way to have the bodies down there. The guy called for a fair catch, and then he picked the ball up, so there's going to be a penalty here. That backs them up.
Did you have to instigate that, or
No,
is that something that was
they
picked
called
up?
it. Yeah. Here comes up the middle here, and I think that's Gray, Alexander. Gray's gonna make a couple of plays here in this quarter. And Aaron Gray makes that play. And that's 2 good tackles there that he's made right there toward the end of that 3rd quarter, and that's where our linebackers need to be making the tackles when given the opportunity to.
And I noticed him in one of those plays a minute ago taking out a blocker. Yeah. I mean, put the hit on the blocker. Of course, the runner got another 10 yards after he took the blocker out, but somebody needed, somebody could have been following in there behind him, or he paired him off. But I mean, the guys are still playing hard, and it's obvious that they care, and that's a very important thing. That's some of this football team sport kind of stuff that follows you the rest of your life. That's why it's so great to be involved in it, is to know how to get up off the ground no matter who's knocked you there, and continue in the game. Keep your cleats on and keep sweating and working until you get it all worked out. And that's what we're doing right now. And knowing this gentleman sitting next to me and the folks that he has surrounding him before this is all over this year, a lot of these things are going to be worked out, and these young men are going to have a good season, an enjoyable season, and have a whole lot of great memories made.
Well, I told them last night after the game that when we eventually keep working and we get to where we turn it where we're competitive, it'll be one of the greatest feelings that they'll feel. Just, I don't know how to explain it, but it's.
You've got to have been there.
It's a major feeling to finally feel like I have accomplished, not that I'm winning yet, but I have gotten, you know, and when I'm saying as a football player, I have gotten myself to the point that I can compete.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just a great feeling.
It is. It is.
And all of a sudden, that allows you to even go to the next, to make the next jump, and that's when you start winning.
And you know, that's the life lesson that sport teaches is how to have courage and stamina and trust to go forward and win your battles. Yep. And what we're going to do right now is take a quick commercial break where we can come back and battle through the fourth quarter.
Trucks. The #1 selling truck for 35 years straight, the Ford F-Series, can be found at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester. We have a huge selection of over 100 trucks to choose from, with Ford manufactured rebates and incentives up to $10,000 or 0% financing available. Now is the time to buy. So come on down to Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester, and remember, trucks, and more trucks. Why buy anywhere else?
The Gondola, located at 412 East Carroll Street, is Tullahoma's oldest pizza, pasta, and steakhouse, featuring all kinds of pizzas, calzones, pastas, and steaks, chicken, pork, sandwiches, and seafood. Check out their daily specials on Facebook. And don't forget that on Saturdays, there's ribs and smoked Boston butts. Add a great variety of appetizers and desserts, and come on in, y'all. Gondola has it all. For carry-out, call 455-9738. That's the Gondola Steakhouse, located at 412 East Carroll Street in Tullahoma.
Everybody's in a business. A realtor helps build your family with a home to grow in. A doctor keeps you healthy and can fix a broken heart. An accountant keeps you on track for your future dreams. As a master IJO jeweler, Woodard's Diamond Showroom is a little of all of these because we're in the love business. We're there for your family's special times with regular happiness checkups and symbols of love. That's our business at Woodard's Diamond Showroom inside Northgate Mall of Tullahoma.
Are your teeth dull, chipped, stained, or crooked? If so, call the dental practice of Dr. Mike Long. For a wider, brighter, more attractive smile, Dr. Long offers cosmetic dentistry at its best through whitening, bonding, and veneers. Dr. Long also uses laser technology, eliminating anesthesia and drilling. When you are ready to enhance your smile, call Dr. Mike Long, Family Practice Dentistry for 29 years.
All right, Stewart Creek's got the ball. And they're trying to hit the out over there on the sideline. Fortunate for us, they missed, and they've got to punt the ball to us.
One point I want to make right here is, if you remember at the end of the half, it was 34-0. 27-0. Okay. Well, now it's 34-0. Well, they don't score another point.
That's correct. They didn't score after their first drive of the third quarter.
So you know, that just shows you that these young men aren't quitting. They're still playing hard. They still have their pride.
They've had their first unit minus that quarterback. They've had the first unit in there.
Right.
But now they're they will start subbing now. But they don't, you know, that last series is the only series where they're completely subbed out. So we're still playing against some good people.
Yeah.
And Chris House there following his blockers. I think Hayden Eggleston and Ahmad Taylor on the blocks there, and we're able to pick up a first down. And they jump off sides again. So good job by our quarterbacks pulling people off. And hit Ahmad Taylor there, and you know, pass plays doing what we want it to do.
He's a big old boy, too.
He is a big young man. He's going to be a good football player.
What, is he a sophomore?
Sophomore.
So he has a lot of growing to do.
And come back, run Riley, you know, one of those things. Makes a cut, picks up yardage, trips over Ahmad's feet. But, you know, here, look at the offensive line. I'm telling you, the offensive line's not giving up. Now, Chase has kept the football there on the read, and he's picked up great yardage. But that's what I was watching here at the end. I was watching the offensive line. And they are at least trying, you know.
Right.
And that was important to me. And right there, Chris House hit that hole like he needs to hit it every time. I mean, that was good progress for us. We were struggling. And I know this is a lot of their JV defense now that we're going against. Good blocking by Case and Buckner out on the corner there, and Chase Dixon gets in. Will Holt with Eli Groh holding. And
we're on the board.
We at least got the goose egg off the board.
No skunk.
And, you know, we'll kick off to them here, and let's see what our defense can do now.
Always wearing number 1 Centurious lines.
Running the buck sweep. I pick up big yardage for Jay Coop. Brings them down.
There's a big old hole right there.
And they're just in a standard wing T set. Here comes the buck sweep again. And excuse me, almost the same result as they pick up 8. I believe right here is Michael Lett makes the tackle. It must be this next play here that we're going to finally make a play out here. And there's your little slip straight up the middle. And I'm beginning to wonder if we're going to keep them from driving the length of the field here. They try to hit the little quick, it's kind of a hitch and out. Jake Crabtree on the tackle. Here comes the waggle, and he's going to end up throwing it away. And I think here's where Gray Alexander makes a good play. And Gray Alexander right there makes the tackle. And
through the blocker.
Yeah, good call by the defensive coaches there as we stunted right where we need to, and they fumble a snap. And we take over again. Trying to get people to line up. And trying to throw that little quick pass, which we've had success with. And we decide it's time to go deep on them and just can't pitch and catch. So we face a big third down right here. And we don't get the correct play run. Chase is able to pick up 7 yards though, so we got a chance on 4th down. And we run Chris to the outside here, and he picks up the 1st down.
That's a pretty good run right there, Coach.
So you know, we're at least getting some yardage. Come back, hand it to Riley. That was part of our game plan. We tried Riley back in the backfield in practice this week. That didn't work very well, but we were able to get the ball to Riley on speed sweeps coming, and you know, just trying to get one of our more athletic kids.
You know, the hardest thing though for these young players to do is to square their shoulders and turn that ball upfield. Because it seems like it's so much space out on that outside, but there's not.
You gotta get them squared up and put them on the island.
Right.
You gotta put the defender on the island where he doesn't know where you're going. If they know that you're just running on that angle toward the sideline, they win. They win every time.
You know, and that's what makes you great running backs. I was watching one of those college games yesterday, and there was a kid just slicing and dicing out there. I mean, he was absolutely doing exactly textbook.
Right.
He'd make about 3 steps outside, then he'd square up and cut up through there, and like I say, great pitch and catch right there.
And it was great protection by the line. I mean, we held them out. That was a long time. As Chase had plenty of time to keep looking, and he found Riley back there in the corner of the end zone. And so we score again. And so it's 34-14, and ball game, you know, been over for a while. But we're still battling, and there's the kickoff you were talking about. It didn't look like it was going to go out of bounds there, and it just rolled right inside that white line for about 10 yards, and then finally touched it.
Like a bunt waiting for a foul ball.
Yeah. And this is only in the game. Here was one more play. And we're going to be 0-2, and we're going into district play against the team that is picked to win our district. And so it's a tough situation, but life gets tough, and you just got to learn how to battle. And that's what we'll try to work on this week.
Well,
Monday morning.
Now we're playing Shelbyville.
Yeah.
Next week.
I guess when we come back from the commercial break, we'll talk about
that a little bit. And you know, I think they played McMinnville last night, and evidently McMinnville's playing some football.
They are playing better.
So we'll get a wrap on that in just a minute. We're going to take a quick commercial break right now, and we'll be right back.
The Wash Spot on North Jackson Street in Tullahoma is your new state-of-the-art, high-tech express tunnel car wash that gets your car clean quickly and beautifully. We have 4 washes available, from the $6 express wash to the $12 Supreme Clean, featuring DuraShield Total Car Protectant. Just pick your wash and let the express tunnel wash leave the dirt behind. After the wash, you can help yourself to one of the free vacuums. Come by 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. to get the best wash in town at a great price. We're located at 2180 North Jackson Street in Tullahoma. The Wash Spot, locally owned and operated.
The choices we make today will impact tomorrow. Choosing natural gas today is the responsible energy choice for your home, your family, and our environment. Almost all natural gas we use is produced right here in North America. And with plentiful gas reserves, we can enjoy a safe and reliable energy future. Natural gas, the comfortable and responsible energy choice for today and tomorrow.
Brought to you by Elk River Public Utility District.
They say you see the world differently. It's like you see the miracle of life in even the smallest things. That's what it feels like to survive. St. Thomas Heart has more locations than anyone in the state, giving more heart patients a new lease on life. For more than 40 years, they've been leaders in cardiac care. That's experience you can count on.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, we're back, and let's have just a little bit more discussion about this Shelbyville bunch.
Well, they return a really, really good quarterback, a junior, named Cunningham, Mason Cunningham. He is, I think, an outstanding quarterback. Mm-hmm. They have the younger Eddings is back, who is so good. Last year as a sophomore. Mm-hmm. In fact, when you look at them, I forget, they started like 5 or 6 sophomores last year. Right. I mean, I think they'll be a really good football team by the time they get to the end of this season. And so anyway, Coach Hardy and his staff, they won the championship last year for the district. They're favored to win it again this year, and as long as Cunningham's up there, I'll vote for them again. So they lost a game last week to Marshall County. Marshall County, in talking with Coach Hardy, he felt like that they had, I think they threw 2 interceptions inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah. Watching that game, they lost the game, but they didn't lose.
Right. I mean, they felt like they should have won.
Oh, yeah, they should have won by a couple of touchdowns.
And then Marshall County played Independence last night and got beat by 1 touchdown. So, we've got our hands full. We weren't very competitive against Independence. And Marshall County, that was our first scrimmage of the year, and I felt like we were pretty competitive against them. But we were a little healthier, and
had a full complement of players.
We did, for the most part. And so anyway, it's going to be a big battle. But
it's here.
It's here. It's the reason you play.
That's right.
Is because if this was all laid out on a computer screen and whoever has the best player, it kind of reminds me, I don't know, you remember Carl Rogers?
Yeah.
Carl Rogers was staying with us while his mom was out of town. And my boys had one of the NCAA football things.
Right.
All right, that you play the video games. And Jared would have probably been middle school and Caleb would have been elementary school. Well, in that video game, you could build your own team.
Right.
Well,
sort of like fantasy football is.
At that time, Carl Rogers was a big Miami Hurricane fan. So he wanted Miami Hurricanes. Well, my son Caleb says, I want the Tullahoma Wildcats. Well, the Tullahoma Wildcats is made up of Jay Shelton and Jamil Northcutt and all these players they've named. But they're all phenomenal. You could set these different levels of abilities.
Right.
Well, Carl doesn't know this. And I'm sitting here, I said, I'm going to stay and watch this for a minute. Carl, who's probably a sophomore in high school at that time, junior maybe, he's getting killed by this elementary school kid because all of Caleb's players are 9.9s on a 10 scale, and Carl's are based on reality of what Miami is that year. And I finally, after he'd been beaten 2 straight ball games by this elementary school kid, he's all shaking that head, and I said, it's amazing what you can do when you can set that talent level wherever you want it. And that's when it dawned on him what Caleb had done. And so anyway, long story short, you play the game on Friday nights. You don't play them on a computer screen where you get the best teams on a win.
No.
And best teams favored, best teams win them most of the time.
Some of the time they don't.
But sometimes they don't. And, you know, you look at this past Thursday night, Texas A&M, South Carolina. Who would have thought Texas A&M would go in there and win like they did?
Nobody.
You might have picked them to win in an upset, you know, if you're a diehard Texas A&M fan. But it happens, and it happens every weekend. That's what makes football a great game for the spectators, is because you never know how somebody's going to play. And you know, and you look at Texas A&M right now, is this new quarterback of theirs that phenomenal? Or did he just happen, everything went well?
He broke every record of Johnny Manziel's the other night.
And he may be that phenomenal. He may be the guy for the next 3 years that can do it all. But you just don't know. And you know,
and you don't know where they're coming from. And just like the talking heads, you know, said, well, Texas A&M's down about number 9, something like that, in the conference. And you guys, I take my hat off to the John Olives of high school football across the United States of America. You know, these young people who are coming into college football are so far ahead of where they were 20 years ago.
That's correct.
As far as their physical training, their body structure, and you know, this guy's playbook, as a lot of these high school coaches' playbooks are, look like a college playbook, look like a pro playbook. It's not, you know, the one that we used to have that was that thick, you know, with about 12 plays in it. So you're preparing these young men for success. The high school football programs across the country are. So you never know what you're going to see when these guys step on the field.
That is correct.
It's very difficult to pick that.
It's our home game. We need our home field advantage.
Yes, we do.
And we had great support there last night. We had great support last week. I'm sorry that we're not able to put a product on the field right now that gives us a chance to compete. But that's our goal. We're going to try to get to where we can compete. If we can learn to compete, then we'll give ourselves opportunities to win.
But all of these folks out here need to realize, and I'm sure they do, we're playing in a school with 2,500 students.
Well, they're larger schools. The 2 schools we played are larger schools, and they have athletes. Shelbyville's going to have athletes. The next week, Giles County's going to have athletes. I mean, you know,
it's going to be fun.
We got to get in there.
We're going to be there. Tullahoma Wildcat Football 2014. Be in the seats next Friday night. Tullahoma versus Shelbyville. This show will replay again tonight at 6:30, and then on Sunday afternoon at 3. And until next week, you be safe out there and get your Wildcat hat on. We're going to play some football, folks.